Now, let's take a look then at the first-person volative forms, the cohortatives. Again, we're working just with first-person forms. So the first-person common singular from katal is what? Yik, tick, tick, ek, tol, right. So ek, tol, and the first-person form is then, good, nik, tol. Right? Okay. Now, if jussives are shortened imperfects, cohortatives are lengthened imperfects. We're going to add something to them to make them longer. And in this case, we when in doubt in Hebrew, what do you add? Yeah, a hey, right, a long a vowel. Hebrew loves a vowels, and we use long a vowels for this. So what happens here is we get a long a added to this form, and now we're going to get some compensatory reduction here, and so this holum drops out, and ektala. Pardon? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Ektala. So ektol becomes ektola. Now what you're going to notice here, you don't really have to worry about this vowel reduction that's happening here, because what you're going to notice is, hey, I've got an aleph there. It looks like first person, but what's this hey on the end? Okay? And you're going to think, oh, yeah, this is a long form of the imperfect, a cohortative. I'm going to translate it, may I kill, or let me kill. May I sounds a little bit too much like a question. This is an expression of will. You know, so probably let me is better here.
They're all assertive.
Pardon?
They're all assertive.
Yeah, they're all volatives. They're all expressions of will. You know, what I want to do, or what I will to do, or what I want you to do, or what I want him to do. Right. Now, for the plural, essentially the same thing happens. You add the you lengthen the form out by adding a comma's hey to the end. You get the same reduction of the vowel there. So niktala. Now again, you can't really mistake this for much else because you've got the nun on the front that's going to tell you it's first person, and you're going to say, hey, what's that hey on the end? And you say, oh yes, first person form with an extra hey on the end is cohortative. So that's all there is to these. The only peculiarity in the weak verb forms comes with third heys. Since you can't add a third hey to a third hey, you can't add an extra hey to a third hey, basically nothing happens. So from bana, the form would be ev ne, and the only thing that happens then is nothing.
Light it up. Can't see it.
Oh, thank you. Ev ne looks just like it would. So you can't add another comma's hey here. You can't do this because this is really already a vocalic ending. So you can't add an ending to an ending, and so rather than doing something else, they just quit at this point, give up in frustration. So with third hey forms, you can't tell the cohortative from the regular first person imperfect, except by the context, if someone is expressing a desire or a wish. So again, third person forms jussives are pretty easy. You can only distinguish them in third hey and hollow, and then by the fact that they're slightly shorter forms. And cohortatives are easier still. They simply basically add just a comma's hey to the end of the first person form, except for third heys where you don't do anything at all. So these should be pretty easy to master. Any questions about these, about their use or about their formation? I just kind of brushed over their use. They're used to express a will or a wish or a desire. Usually the easiest way to translate them as either let him do something or may he do something, as long as you don't understand the may as a question. No problem with that. So usually let him is a better starting point for a translation. or for the cohortatives, may I, or let me do it, or let us, if it's plural. Let us go to the store. Let us eat lettuce, whatever. All right then. With that, the one other thing we want to touch upon here is how we negate these forms. Now with the regular form of the verb, we say I don't want to kill, or he will not kill how? What do we do to yiktol? Not he will kill, but if we want to say he will not kill, we say lo. He will not kill. All right, Hebrew uses a different way of negating these volative forms. Okay? So if I want to say, may he not kill, or let him not kill, I don't use lo, I use a different word. I use the word al. Aleph, I'm sorry. I knew that didn't look right when I wrote it. There. Al, not all above, but al. No. This is upon. This is not al upon. This is al not. Used with, this al is used with jussive forms and cohortative forms. Yes.
It is proclitic then?
Yes. It is stuck on the front, just like lo is. It is usually attached with a makef. I'm sure that you can find examples of it not attached, just like with lo. So you don't depend on it, but it's probably more often attached than lo is. Probably more commonly attached than lo is. So al is used to negate these. Now here you do have one problem. This both helps you and also creates a little bit of a secondary problem. So if you've got lo yiktol, you know that you have, you're going to take that most often as he will not kill. Okay? If you have al yiktol, this is going to tell you that even though the form is the same, yiktol, this is an expression of will. Okay, let him not kill. Let him be merciful. Let him not kill. So here, at least in this form, you know this is a jussive because it's used with al. You get one other way of expressing a negative wish in Hebrew that's a slight variation on this using lo. And that is lo with the imperfect is sometimes used to express a form of command also. Okay, so we see lo used as up here as the indicative, meaning he will not kill. Al used with the jussive, meaning let him not kill. And now we get one other variation on the use of lo. We might as well deal